Welcome to our guide on the best places to visit in Senegal. You might be thinking, Senegal, where's that? No judgment. The world is a big place, and even those of us who pretend to know everything, we don't. But that's the beauty of travel, right? Discovering new places, new cultures, new foods that make you question everything you thought you knew about spice tolerance. Senegal is on the western coast of Africa, and let me tell you, this ain't your average beach vacation. Although the beaches are pretty spectacular, from vibrant cities to serene beaches, Senegal has something for everyone. Get ready to explore the heart and soul of West Africa. Let's discover Senegal. All right, first stop, Dakar, the capital city. Imagine a city where the energy hits you like a shot of espresso, but instead of caffeine, it's the sheer vibrancy of life. The markets are a kaleidoscope of colors. The air is filled with the sounds of vendors hawking their wares and the smell of spices. Well, let's just say your senses are in for a treat. Dakar is a city that never sleeps, and trust me, you won't want to either. You've got museums showcasing the country's rich history and artistic heritage. You've got beaches where you can soak up the sun or try your hand at surfing, and then there's the food, from tiaboudienne, the national dish of fish and rice, to street food that'll have you licking your fingers and asking for seconds. But Dakar isn't just about sensory overload, it's a city with a story to tell. A history that's both beautiful and brutal, evident in landmarks like the African Renaissance Monument and Gory Island, which we'll get to later. Dakar will challenge your perceptions and leave you wanting more. So spend a few days here, soak it all in. Get lost in the markets, chat with the locals, they're incredibly friendly, and let the rhythm of the city get under your skin. Next up, we're traveling back in time, but in a good way. No DeLoreans required, just a comfortable car ride north to Saint Louis. This city, folks, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Imagine cobblestone streets, colonial-era architecture painted in pastel hues, horse-drawn carriages. It's like stepping onto a movie set. Saint Louis was actually Senegal's first capital during the French colonial era, and that history is woven into the very fabric of the city. You can feel it as you wander through the narrow streets, admire the intricate balconies, and cross the iconic Faidherbe Bridge. It's a place where the past and present collide in a beautiful symphony of culture and history. Our next destination is a tough one, folks. Just a short ferry ride from Dakar lies Gory Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that holds immense historical significance. Gory Island was once a major slave trading center. For centuries, millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes, brought to this island, held in horrific conditions, and then shipped across the Atlantic. Visiting Gory Island is an emotional experience. You'll see the House of Slaves with its infamous door of no return, a poignant symbol of the countless lives torn apart. But Gory Island is also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder that we must never forget the horrors of the past and must constantly strive for a future where such atrocities are never repeated. Chapter 4. Pink Lake Nature's Cotton Candy. Okay, let's lighten the mood a bit, shall we? From Gory Island, we're heading to a place that's, well, pink. Get ready for Lac Rose, also known as Lake Retba, more affectionately known as the Pink Lake. Now, I know what you're thinking. A pink lake sounds like something out of a unicorn's dream journal. But I promise you, this is 100% real. The reason for its unique hue, high salt content, and a specific type of algae that thrives in those conditions. The Pink Lake isn't just a pretty face, it's a vital part of the local economy. Locals harvest the salt, which involves wading through the water and collecting mounds of salt crystals. So take a dip in the lake, watch the salt harvesters at work, and maybe snap a few selfies for the gram. Chapter 5. Saloum Delta, a watery wonderland. Get ready to channel your inner David Attenborough, folks, because our next stop is a nature lover's paradise. The Saloum Delta, a UNESCO biosphere reserve, is a labyrinth of waterways, mangroves, and islands teeming with life. Think of it as a giant mangrove maze, but instead of creepy statues, you've got pelicans chilling on branches, monkeys swinging through the trees, and maybe even a crocodile or two lurking beneath the surface. The best way to experience the Saloum Delta is by boat. You can hire a pirogue, a traditional wooden canoe, and glide through the tranquil waters surrounded by the sights and sounds of nature. Keep your eyes peeled for the diverse bird life. We're talking hundreds of species, from majestic herons to colorful kingfishers. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a manatee or two. They're like the underwater cows of the Delta, just way more chill. Chapter 6, Nyokolo-Koba National Park, where the wild things roam. All right, adventurers, it's time to get our safari on. Next stop, Nyokolo-Koba National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Senegal's largest national park. This is where you go to experience the raw beauty of African wildlife in its natural habitat. We're talking elephants lumbering through the grasslands, lions basking in the sun, chimpanzees swinging through the trees, and hundreds of bird species soaring overhead. Now, Nyokolo-Koba is massive, so you'll want to spend at least a couple of days here to make the most of it. You can hop on a guided safari tour, either in a jeep or on foot, and let experienced guides lead you to the best wildlife viewing spots. Just remember, folks, this isn't a zoo. These are wild animals, so keep a safe distance and follow your guide's instructions. Try not to scream when a monkey tries to steal your lunch. It happens. Ready for a change of pace? From the wilds of Nyokolo-Koba, we're heading south to Casamance, a region of Senegal that feels like, well, a world apart. Imagine lush landscapes, palm-fringed beaches, meandering rivers, and a culture that's distinct from the rest of the country. Casamance is often referred to as the breadbasket of Senegal, thanks to its fertile soil and abundant rainfall. But it's also a region rich in culture and history. The people of Casamance have their own unique traditions, music and cuisine, influenced by a blend of West African and Portuguese influences. One of the highlights of Casamance is its stunning coastline. Picture miles of golden sand, crystal clear waters and swaying palm trees. Calling all bird enthusiasts. Our next destination is a dream come true for anyone who gets excited about our feathered friends. Djoudj National Bird Sanctuary, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the largest bird sanctuaries in West Africa, and it's a sight to behold. Imagine millions of birds, from tiny waders to majestic pelicans, all congregating in this watery wonderland. The best time to visit Djoudj is during the European winter, when migratory birds escape the cold and flock to the warmer climate of Senegal. You can hop on a pirogue and glide through the waterways surrounded by a sea of birds. Just be prepared for the smell. Millions of birds equals, well, a lot of bird droppings. Okay, after all that exploring, it's time for some relaxation. Saly, located on the Petite Côte, is Senegal's premier beach resort town, and it's easy to see why. Imagine pristine beaches, turquoise waters, and swaying palm trees. Saly has something for everyone. You can laze on the beach, work on your tan, and take a dip in the ocean. You can try your hand at water sports, from jet skiing to windsurfing, or you can simply relax by the pool with a refreshing drink and soak up the laid-back vibes. Saly is also a great base for exploring the surrounding area. Our final destination in Senegal is a place of immense spiritual significance. Touba, located in the heart of the country, is considered a holy city for the Mouride Brotherhood, one of the largest Sufi orders in West Africa. The highlight of Touba is the Grand Mosque, one of the largest mosques in Africa. Its towering minarets and gleaming white facade dominate the city's skyline. Non-Muslims are not allowed inside the mosque, but you can admire its grandeur from afar. Touba is a city of peace and tranquility. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Senegal's top destinations. From the bustling streets of Dakar to the serene beaches of Saly, Senegal is a country that will capture your heart and leave you wanting more. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your Senegalese adventure today, and don't forget to pack your sense of adventure, your appetite for delicious food, and your open mind. Senegal is waiting to welcome you with open arms. See you in the next video.